Hello, I am Joseph Guerrero and I will be doing the white blood cell production for my model project. First, let's talk about white blood cells. White blood cells are the framework of the immune system. So as you can see in this picture, I'm going to explain the steps how the white blood cells produce, and they produce the granulocytes and agranulocytes, which are very important. As you can see to the right, we have the white blood cells, and to the left we have the red. Now we're not going to worry about the red blood cells because I am doing the white blood cell production for my model project, which is right here. Now, first of all, it starts from the red bone marrow, then it goes to the hemocytoblasts. The hemocytoblasts are very important. The reason why is because they are the producers for the red bone marrow. The hemocytoblasts produce myeloid stem cells and lymphoid stem cells. These stem cells then produce a progenitor cell, which the progenitor cells produce a blast cell. Now, these myeloid stem cells, progenitor cells, and blast cells all have colony stimulating factors. Colony stimulating factors are the regulators of that white blood cell. Next, the blast cells right here then produce, the myoblast produces the granulocytes. The granulocytes are very important. So the granulocytes go through a maturation of stages, which are produced right here. Again, as I told you, the myoblast. Then it goes to the myelocytes, and then it goes to the bound cells. The basophil is super important. The reason why the basophil is super important, the basophil aids mobility and action of white blood cells by the release of histamine and heparin, which is very important. The eosinophil is very important because it fights against allergens or foreign matter like pollen or parasitic worms. Now, the neutrophil is very important because it fights bacterial infections or any diseases that is entering our body, and that we don't need that in our body because we will get sick, or if it becomes very harmful, we may even die, cause death. As you can see in these granulocytes, they contain granules, which in basophil you can see these granules, these little dots, and eosinophil and neutrophil you can see all the granules in the granulocytes. Now, we move on to the progenitor cells, which they produce monoblasts, then they produce promonocytes, and then they produce a monocyte. Monocytes are very, very important too. Monocytes are important because they contain macrophages, which helps fight out any diseases. On the lymphoid stem cells, they produce lymphoblasts and prolymphocytes. What the prolymphocytes then produces a lymphocyte. Lymphocytes are very important because they contain B cells and T cells, which help recognize any foreign matter that entered our body. Then it will destroy that foreign matter so that we don't become sick. And we don't want to become sick because sickness is not good. Now, after all that, we could see all the steps that go through the white blood cell production. Overall, in the white blood cell production, in simple terms, our white blood cells produce many smaller components, as we can see here, of white blood cells to fight any foreign matter in our body that does not seem normal to us. So, thank you. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoyed watching my video.